Well, if that's the case, then what happens in if corporations are people, which going back politically, there was a topic about that many years back. Can they then vote for
Citizens
the
United.
yeah, can they vote for representatives then? You know, what where does it stop? And what I would fear is that who controls what the vote is within that company. And if you're already in Delaware, let's say that you're a Delaware company and you've got four shareholders and they're all voting also at the same time for different, and I'll say this, if they're on one side of the political spectrum, right? Does that then open up for that company, that brand then for those customers to say, well, I'm not going to buy your service or your product if you're leaning this way, if you're doing it this way? And does it then open up for those companies to then disclose what beliefs they have? Yeah. Because if you're buying into a company, then you should know, well, this company is more for sustainability or they're more for disbanding the EPA. And if that's the case, then I need to know what company there is. Now, when you're
because that
talking
company because that company may have a vote in
yeah,
an election that's coming up. But
in your small, yeah,
let's talk about from a drafting standpoint. Would you consider adding a phrase to an operating agreement or bylaws or some other governing corporate document that says that this entity is authorized to vote in any election where it is authorized to do so by law?
no,
You would not. You would
no.
not add that.
I'm
How
against
come?
all of I'm against all of this because I don't believe that was a good decision. I don't think a company should be able to have any type of control like
But does it serve the client if the client is the entity? If the owners say, "Hey, listen, this is great. We want to be able to vote in elections," then, but because I totally sympathize with what you're saying, but
how many votes do
we're
they get? So think about the problem with data centers right now, right? They're taking away clean water from communities. They don't have pressure in certain places to get water anymore because data centers have come in. This is a big problem. So does a data center get 100 times more vote because they have more space than what someone has in a small one bedroom ranch, right? How much power would they actually get then as a corporation? Is it based on the square footage, the number of acres that they have, or the political? Like, what do you do? Is it just one vote per entity, or is it based on how many parcels? Like, I think there's so many challenges with that. And if you do come into a community and you've got, I don't know, 100 homes in there, and you take up 100 acres and then want to put a data center in, does that give you the 100 votes to cancel everyone out? That's why I'm against it. I think it opens up a can of worms that we're not ready to take. But that's my we're
you
going
know
off a
what
different topic on that.
I think that's it. What do you think, Heather?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's not, my area of expertise, but it definitely sounds more fair the way Rich is laying it out.
I think so too. But you
Yeah.
know what? I personally think that if you're going to have opinions like this, lawyers need to be able to adapt to it, even if they don't like it.